He's joined by Olexander Kharchenko, Kyiv City Council, Deputy Chairman of Interim Control Committee for Kyiv's participation in anti-terrorist operation.
Council Deputy, the Chairman of the Interim Control Committee for Kyivites' participation in the anti-terrorist operation.
Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Is it better? Closer? You can hear me? We have a similar mic for the plenary session, so I feel very comfortable. So, good afternoon again, and the topic is about some information related to the fact that our Council is supporting Kyivans participating in the ATO. At our session before last, we created the ad hoc control commission that is taking care of all the issues related to participation of Kyivans. This communication with the military legislation officers and their heads, and also communication with commanders of specific units, police units, and the National Guards. And this is coordination of volunteer movement, because it's not a secret that many people from Kyiv, from all Ukraine actually, are helping our soldiers with equipment and all the medication and other means. Alexander Kharchenko is head of the ad hoc commission, and he will discuss that in more detail. I would like to say that we've had today a very important event, initiative of our councillors, who purchased some vehicles, lorries, and they're called the loaves. Those was basically jeeps that were developed for the cross-country movement, and our soldiers need such vehicles because they have to move in such special conditions. Their vehicles are not always in a very good condition. They are destroyed. So it's Hrystatic building 36. The councils who purchased that handed it over to the 13th Battalion of Kyiv, Aidar Shakhtar's battalion, and yesterday 2 vehicles went to the 30th Motor Brigade to participate in ATO. And we would like to add that in addition to actual assistance in ATO, we also would like to claim that families of the Kyivans participating in ATO have this very important right to approach us and to help accommodate their children kindergartens and schools. So the officers should understand that back in the rear, behind their backs, everything is safe and their families are taken care of. Now, Alexander Kharchenko, the floor is yours, Council of Kyiv City Council. Good afternoon, dear colleagues, dear viewers. I'm head of Ad Hoc Control Commission for provision of Kyivans participating in ATO. And one of the first decisions of Kyiv City Council and councillors who realized that issue number 1 right now in Ukraine and Kyiv is the war state, the martial state. And we would like to say that we've had meetings, some of them close with the military authorities and all the stakeholders of ATO. In addition to official information, we are in contact with the rank and file to corroborate the information provided by official sources. We are in contact with volunteers and family members and friends to get first-hand information. Over this period, part of our commission went to the area. We called on Azov, Dnipro 1, and Luhansk Oblast, the 12th Battalion of Territorial Defense. According to the Commander-in-Chief's orders, they are not in Kyiv, they are in the area, the combat area. My impression, some of them. First of all, we have to dismiss the myth that our soldiers are barefoot, naked, and cold, and hungry. This is not true. The basic needs are provided for. That means basic needs: uniform, foodstuffs, fuel. At the same time, we have to add that all of this, or the major part of it, it's not provided by the central authorities that could not get rid of the red tapes in such matters. So we would like to pass the best regards and gratefulness to the initiatives which are private, and the needs are of higher order now, the actual needs. This is vehicles, cross-country vehicles with different capacity, smaller vehicles and bigger lorries, cross-country trucks, special technical, like thermal imagers. It's $12,000 to $15,000 a piece. Special walkie-talkies. One set is $1,500 to $2,000. And we would like to state that we would like to compare this with the first days. Thank God and thank you, volunteer charitable organizations. The basic needs are provided for, but we still have higher order needs. Like Olexiy said, and that wasn't the first action, but we wanted to make it public because Vitaly Volodymyrovich personally, Vitaly Klitschko, provided his own funds, his private funds, and purchased vehicles. Now we have handed over 10 vehicles, yesterday 3, and this is an ongoing process. Kyivans realized that the state cannot provide for 100% of the needs due to some objective reasons. So private initiatives, charity, some high-income people should make their contribution. The front line can move very quickly and also towards the capital. So we have to draw some conclusions. It's everyone's concern and everyone's business. People have to do what they can do. And we have to realize, all of us, that the level of entertainment in the city of Kyiv, when people are dying in scores and in hundreds, like that Boeing thing, everyone should feel restricted in entertainment. Otherwise, we will respond with a certain administrative constraint. We cannot be that festive with fireworks and other things during that period. When we talk to the people in the field, in the open, under the stars, the boys there would say that it's not always the case that you can contribute some money, but you have to pay respect. And there are many people in Kyiv who do not understand. I would like to call upon everyone. You have to be careful with the entertainment. If Kyivans cannot really feel that way, independently will introduce some limitations. And another very important message, everyone should understand that this anti-terrorist operation, as a name, it's an euphemism. It's war. This is also demonstrated by Vitaly Klitschko. He uses his personal funds, his personal income. Everyone has to help. We have enormous deficit with the national budget, with Kyiv budget, and we cannot make any budgetary appropriations. Somebody suggests that Mr. Reznikov knows this better, but we do that, and it was 8 billion hryvnias last year, and this year that's what is done ex officio by definition. Now we have a big gap in the budget, so the contributors' charity, we can and we shall support those people who are fighting for us. They are 900 kilometers away, but they are fighting for us, and that's it briefly. I would like to add about the actual needs from the point of view of helping Kyivans participating in ATO. We have some compatriots who are wounded, who are injured, and we need some money to help with medication for the prosthesis, and this is very expensive. This is not with arms, with weapons, with and we would like to keep them alive. Information agency Olexiy. I would like to say at once that a couple of days ago we had that meeting with the representative of the Ministry of Defense. He said that we needn't do that, and there was a special program with millions of hryvnias for purchase of such things. But if your information is different, this is the red tape system. They are very slow in motion. And somebody is just legless and in the hospital, and we can buy nice prosthetic appliances and artificial limbs for such soldiers. Yes, the state, they are doing something. The government, they're doing something, but they are not as experienced. And we need all the help urgently, as you know. We cannot speed up operations of the state, wheels within the wheels, but we can do it. So on behalf of Ukraine Crisis Media Center, how many Kyivans are currently participating in ATO? Well, there are Kyivans that were mobilized through the system mobilization of the Ministry of Defense. It's about 1,600 Kyivans directly mobilized, and they are now serving in the on the Ukrainian force. Now there are also Kyivans who are participating in battalions of the National Guards and battalions of the Ministry of Interior. With the names that you know of. About 4,000 people from Kyiv are there in person with arms. They are defending our sovereignty.
Another question. Kyiv receives a lot of IDPs. What's the situation? Who's taking care of them? Are there enough resources to provide for all their needs? What's the situation with that? A few weeks ago, there was a small coordination group set up under the leadership of the city mayor Klitschko and the first deputy Nikonov. In principle, there should be people who are taking care of IDPs. But as of today, the situation is fine. They usually go to some relatives, to people they know. There's no big problem today. We do not account for the numbers. We do not register the numbers. But the city is ready, and we are to be ready for bigger numbers. We all hope that the war will soon finish, but the summer will be over. It will be getting cold, so we need to prepare the different children camps and different spa resorts to be ready for receiving people. You are saying that this is done by MPs and MPs, but if any one of Kyivites wants to help the Kyiv MPs, how could that be done? Who's reporting? We are not saying that this is done only by the MPs. We just demonstrate and we call upon all the MPs to join this movement. The Commission is uniting all the volunteers, even you if you are ready. We will give you the mobile phone numbers and working phone numbers, office phone numbers. Yesterday there was, on Thursday there was a meeting and I gave instructions on setting up the coordination center, which will be receiving all those people willing, and myself and coordination, the coordination council. We are here to tell you, come and help us. You haven't confirmed where we can see the report. The preliminary report was at the plenary session last Thursday, and there's on the website there is the agenda, but as to the report itself, again, come to us. We are preparing the transcript. It's public, but ask him. It's easier for you. Ask him. He will tell you everything. But we are not allocating money from the municipal money. These are money of volunteer organizations. Our task to be the center. We know what are the needs of people out there, and if there are people who want to help, they have some budget, and they, for example, buy the bulletproof vests, but that is not needed, for example, there. We give such a person the phone number of the person in the ATO zone. Please call them and tell them that what they need, because, for example, such people could buy 2 vehicles for 2 million hryvnias of foreign cars, and people there would say, but for this money we would be able to buy 10 vehicles, but our Ukrainian. Can you publicly give us the information on where to go? Krishchatik 36, office 209. I would also like to ask one general question, which is probably not exactly about the topic of our briefing, but what is the situation with the influence of ATO, of the war on investments to Kyiv? Do you have any information? Is that very bad? I believe we will be able to better answer this question in September. If everything develops as it is, then in September we are planning to organize an investment forum in Kyiv, and we invite representatives of different countries, of international institutions, and then we will be able to assess what is the need for investments in Kyiv. And there are people who come to us, but we cannot say that we have a very favorable investment climate in the country because of that situation. Of course, we cannot say that. Thank you for your press briefing, and we would like to wish you to succeed in your activities. Thank you.